Welcome back. We're going to start our Fridays from the Farm live stream here at Apricot Lane Farms, and today's subject is pigs. Just giving people a chance to hop on. Welcome back, everybody. Got Molly and Bodie back here with me.
Hello. Hi, guys.
And you won't believe who can guess where I'm standing today. Who are we going to visit with? Does anyone remember? All right, we're going to get started here. You see who's in the background? All right, that's not who you think it is. Oh, that is Charlie, but that pig back there is not who you think it is. But we are going to meet the queen. We are going to meet the queen. All right, let me get this adjusted here. Okay, welcome back to Fridays on the Farm. See, this whole thing is about taking deep dives into the ecosystem of Apricot Lane Farms. And really we're gearing it towards kids, ages 4 and up, but obviously the kid in the kid in you, if you're an adult, is also welcome. So we're going to keep it simple. All right, I want to actually do a little shout out to a couple of classes that I know are joining us now as a part of their sort of new homeschool curriculum. We got Miss Ward's 2nd grade class at McGraw Elementary School in Hamden, Maine. We've got Miss Hatcher's pre-K class in Silver Spring, Maryland, and the kids from Patagonia Daycare over here in Ventura County, where Apricot Lane Farms is located. We're in Ventura County, California. And then a little other, just another note, if you want to watch this afterwards, like after the live stream, you can find all the live streams that we do all on Facebook. They will also exist on Instagram for I think 24 hours and also possibly in the stories section, but you can go to Facebook to find the live streams afterwards. And here I actually have a little, here we go, little information for you while we're talking about that. So today we're going to learn about pigs, their role in the ecosystem, and we're going to meet a very, very special pig. And if you've seen The Biggest Little Farm or read the book, do we have the book? This is where we're supposed to show off Emma's. Oh, I gave away something. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll ask the question anyway. There's a book written about this very famous pig who happens to be standing with her back to me right now. Let's see, where is she? There she is right there.
She's going for the slow reveal.
Yeah, she's going for the slow reveal, Sandra said. But if you've read the book or you've seen the movie The Biggest Little Farm, then you know who we're going to be talking about today. So does anybody want to guess her name? I already gave it away, but maybe you weren't paying attention. Good job. If you said Emma, you were right. All right. And we're going to get a chance today to actually help Farmer Charlie, who's back there in the background. You guys see Charlie?
Hi, guys.
Right? Remember her from when we were with the lambs? So Farmer Charlie is going to be feeding Emma today, and we're going to get a chance to help feed Emma, and also we're going to introduce you to Emma's new best friend. And then we're going to do a Q&A, take audience questions, and then there's going to be a quiz. And then we've added one additional thing, an extra credit project for you at home, and we're really excited about that one. And even Bo's going to join along for the extra credit project.
I'm here.
Yep. All right, and we're gonna check your work. We're gonna check your extra credit project here at Apricot Lane Farms. All right, so let's start. So, what role do pigs play in our farm's ecosystem? Does anyone know? What do pigs do that are special? Oh, look, somebody's leaving. One of the pigs are leaving the little paddock here.
Full screen.
Oh yeah, sorry. Going back to full screen here. So, what role do they play? Right. One of the roles that they play is to turn soil. And on the farm specifically, we use pigs to help revitalize pastures where maybe an invasive sort of grass or weed is taken over. And that helps us sort of start over again and add a diversity of seed to create a little bit more diversity in our pastures. Because pigs have this incredibly strong nose, right? We're gonna learn a little bit more about that today too. All right, let's see. Pretty cool. Look at the piglets learning. That's one of the things, that's the first thing that mom does is teach those baby pigs how to root. All right, and actually, what is the definition of rooting? Does anyone know? Kind of giving it away here as we watch the video, right? Rooting is what the pig does with their powerful noses, right? And they explore for food. They build their nests with their babies. You'll actually see Emma do a little bit of that in the video that we're going to show in a bit. And they scoop out thick roots, right? And that's where they're eating grubs and worms and all the little things that they like to eat. And you know, pigs have these incredibly strong noses. They're so strong. I've actually seen Emma rip up concrete that we had placed under like a water fountain for her. She literally ripped up the concrete. It's incredibly powerful. They're like a backhoe. All right. And so this is cool. All right. Well, I'm showing something too soon. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to save that for later. All right. So here's some cool facts about rooting and pig snouts. They are 2,000 times more sensitive to smell than the human nose. And they can smell things 25 feet below ground. I have no idea how they actually prove that fact, but that's stuff that we've researched and read. I mean, that's incredible. So you could use pigs to hunt for buried treasure. And I have no idea why more people aren't using pigs to hunt for buried treasure. And then a pig's natural habitat is on a meadow or in the woods, mainly in the woods. That's where they're happiest. And they would spend probably about 75% of their day out rooting and hunting for food, right? But Emma, of course, she spends about 75% of her day sleeping or eating. She's over there, what is she eating? A little bit of leftover early, oh, she's drinking. Emma, we're gonna come to you in a second. I'm really excited to be able to introduce you to her. And then, so we're often asked, how do pigs communicate, or do they communicate? And the answer is yes. You know, they use the snorting and the grunting, which I'm gonna have Charlie demonstrate for you, her version of communicating with Emma. Will you, yeah, actually, can you do that right now? Can you just give me some of the noises that you hear Emma make?
Okay, well, she makes a couple different ones. I cannot believe you're making me do this.
Well, believe it, it's happening.
Regular. She does her snorting. And sometimes with Bella, she does like kind of like a honking. She kind of goes, oh. And
can you do that again, the honking one?
Oh.
Oh, I've never heard that one before. What do you think that means?
It kind of, I don't know. She kind of does it when she's more so content. So I would say it's more like a, I don't know, maybe like a sigh or a happy little honk.
All right, so we're gonna hear if you're in any way close, okay, with this next clip. Here, let's see. Here's an example of them communicating. We'll see if Charlie came anywhere close. Let me see if I can turn the volume up. I hope you guys are grunting and snorting at home. I want to hear your best piggy noises.
Yeah. Kind of like a...
So Emma does actually know her name, which we get asked that a lot. Like, so I'll walk up, when I'm walking up from the house past her pasture, you know, if I go, hey, nothing. But if I say, hey, Emma, she'll give me one snort like that, and that's all I get for the whole entire day. It's kind of funny.
Did he do the 20 different?
What's that? Oh yeah, we have, yeah, there's another interesting fact is that they make over 20 different noises. Although we've not been keeping track. And look, you can see Emma's best friend back there already rooting. She's not satisfied because she has not been fed yet, because we were waiting to share that experience with you guys. Yeah, there's a note here that says I'm supposed to snort a sentence to Emma, and I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna leave that level of humiliation up to Charlie. Congratulations, Charlie, you did a great job. All right, so here's another question. This one's for you guys. How do pigs keep themselves cool? How do pigs keep themselves cool? Does anyone know? Nice. If you said mud wallows, then you are correct. You are correct. And here's the thing, if we don't make the mud wallow for the pigs here on the farm, like if we don't designate a spot, they will make their own. And if you saw The Biggest Little Farm, then you saw Emma doing a lot of this kind of stuff. They will literally dump all their water over until they have a wallow to cool themselves off in, because pigs can't sweat. It's another fact. They cannot sweat. Isn't that crazy? So this is the only way that they like to keep themselves cool. And pigs would actually enjoy being in clean water too. But it tends to be that when they're out in the woods or they're on a pasture, that obviously the wallows are going to be muddy because of the soil. But I've even seen video clips of pigs swimming in oceans. I'm sure some of you have seen that. There's an island out somewhere that have you guys seen that? Yeah. All right. Now we talked last week about diets of lambs and sheep, right? And does anyone remember what kind of diet, right, sheep and lambs have? Does anyone remember? If you said herbivore, then you were correct, right? So now pigs are different. Pigs have a different kind of diet. Does anyone know what kind of diet pigs have? Does anyone know? All right, if you said omnivore, then you are correct, right? So an omnivore diet is that's the same diet as that humans have, which means that they can survive on both plant and animal matter, right? Now, we don't feed Emma meat necessarily. We don't feed her straight meat. We feed her a grain ration. Also, she's out there eating grubs and worms and grass, but grubs and worms are essentially a protein of meat. So she's eating a meat diet on her own accord. Here, I actually have an interesting clip to show you because a lot of times folks don't know that pigs actually do eat grass, and especially the type of pig that Emma is, which we're going to get into a little bit more later. She's considered a heritage breed, and they really enjoy foraging and eating grass. That's so satisfying to me to watch a pig eat grass, any animal for that matter. An interesting fact is that it helps keep inflammation down, especially as Emma's gotten older. If we feed her too many apples, we start noticing that she gets bad ankles and she starts walking with a limp. So it's been a really nice thing to be able to have the animals out on pastures, and it really does help keep that inflammation down. And they're really great moms. And we're going to talk more about, like I said, the specific breed that Emma is. And let me show you. This is a time back when Emma was having some babies. I don't know if you saw The Biggest Little Farm, then you probably know the answer to this next question. But how many babies did Emma have in the movie The Biggest Little Farm? How many babies? If you said 17, then you were correct. And that is a crazy number of babies, and that is actually not very normal, at least in my experience. On average, these pigs have about a litter size of about 7 to 12 or so. And they're just such good moms. I mean, can you imagine if you're home right now with your kids and you've only got, say, 1, 2, 3 kids? Imagine if you were being quarantined right now with 17 of your children. Right? Yeah, I can't imagine that. And then after those pigs are fed, the best thing, the most enjoyable experience for us is to sit back and watch how incredibly content they look. And watch this. Watch what happens after these pigs get their fill. Ah, so satisfying. This is what Bodie looks like after he's had a big breakfast. Where's Bodie?
He ran to the bottom of the hill.
Oh, Bodie's wig on. And they're only content like that for, probably about 45 minutes, and then they're back up begging for more food from mom. So Emma doesn't get many breaks. Okay, we're about to go actually see Emma, and we're gonna watch Charlie feed her, and learn a little bit more about Emma specifically. And some of you, and also we're gonna introduce you to this new friend that Emma has. And some of you might remember from The Biggest Little Farm, Emma's best friend then. Does anyone remember the name of Emma's best friend? Let's see here. Does anyone remember the name? If you said Mr. Greasy, you were correct. And if you remember, they had this little routine every night. Emma would go in first. She would make the nest with her strong nose, right? And Greasy would wait patiently. And then he would very, very, very carefully make his move to get behind Emma, because that's where it was going to be safest for him to wait out the night. Because what potentially could happen to Mr. Greasy? Who could eat Mr. Greasy? coyotes, right? Other dogs. So Greasy always felt safest when he was right behind his big best friend. And as you know, something unfortunately tragic happened to Mr. Greasy, so that's why Emma now needs a new friend, and we're gonna get to meet her in a second. But I gotta say, when you introduce a pig to another pig's domain, it takes a little while to sort of get them to work out, pecking order. And I'm gonna show you a clip of what happened when we brought Emma's new friend here. It didn't start out well, but it did end a lot better. But Emma was not happy with this new pig in her pasture. And this new pig's name is Bella. Emma's being mean, look at that. Oh! It took a while. Emma would not let her get comfortable. If Bella laid in one spot, Emma would go make her move. If Bella went to try to feed, Emma would throw her, would kick her out. So it took like probably about 2 weeks, and then we started seeing moments like this. Which is why we're able to be standing here today with both of them together. After about 2 weeks, they worked out their differences, and now they're best friends. As long as Bella knows that Emma is the queen, that's the most important thing. Okay, we're gonna head over to Charlie. We're gonna head over to Charlie now. Let's see. Sorry, here we go. Yeah. All right, Charlie, you ready?
Yeah.
Everything all right?
I'm like making sure she can fit through the shirt.
All right, Charlie. So Charlie's gonna answer a few questions for us. Are you ready for this? Oh, I can hold it for you.
Cool.
Yeah, and we can just have these guys. Can you sit down by Emma? Oh, here, let's go to this side so we can see maybe Emma's face. All right. Can you see
I
that?
look so little next to her.
You do look very little next to her.
She's huge.
All right, there we go. All right, I think that's a good angle. All right. All right.
She should be feeder.
Oh yeah, we should actually do the feeding.
Yeah.
But what are you going to be feeding her? Why don't you tell us that before what are you going to be feeding her?
So we feed her a fermented grain. We ferment it with ACV, which is, that's what ferments it. And it is great for the gut and probiotic bacteria to increase your immune system. So it's great for pigs in that way.
Yeah, and we ferment it so it just makes it a lot more digestible. We actually use apple cider vinegar, 24 hours mixed in with some water in the grain, and that makes it more digestible. So they're getting all the nutrients out of the grain. And then what are those things on her face? Let's see if I can see it.
Yeah. Her little
What are those
waddles.
things?
They're her waddles, and we have no idea actually what they're for. We've looked up, there's no known purpose for them, so we're not actually sure. They're kind of like, I think, maybe skin tags.
Skin tag.
They're
There
like,
is
you
some,
don't
yeah,
have to do anything.
there's some purpose, but no one really knows, what they are. And so, what kind of breed is Emma? Can you tell us that?
Yes, she's a red waddle.
And that's a heritage breed, right? And so, the definition of a heritage breed is that it's a special kind of pig that it means it's remains unaltered since before, let's see, make sure I'm getting a shot here, since before 1925. And many of the hybrid breed pigs that are in confinement operations would not be able to survive in the woods like heritage breeds because those pigs have really lost their survival instincts. It's been sort of bred out of them. But Emma and Bella here, they actually do really well in sort of natural environments. How much does Emma weigh? Because in the film she weighed about 400 pounds. How much does she weigh now?
She weighs 650 pounds. She's enormous.
650 pounds. Ask your parents now how much they weigh. All right, no, you don't have to do that. But I guarantee they're not weighing 650 pounds. Now, how big could she actually get?
So they actually can get up to 4 feet, and
actually 8.
Is it
8? Yeah, 8 feet. She could.
8 feet long.
Yeah.
And about 4 feet tall, and
About 1,200 pounds,
1,200
right?
pounds, that's
We should actually, do we have measuring tape? Let's
This is
see.
actually a perfect time.
Yeah, this is a perfect time. We're gonna measure Emma now. Can you hold the camera for me? Let's see, let me turn this around. We'll measure Emma and see how big she is. Yeah, here, come over here. We're gonna measure her and see how big she is, all right? So if she could end up being 8 feet at some point, here, why don't you do it right here? Just hold this angle for me, right about there. So they're in the top there. Okay. So so Emma's how big now?
So, length, 6 feet.
So this is 6 feet. Now go to 8. And you have to go out with your body there so we know.
Yeah.
Go all the way to 8. Keep going.
This is 8 feet.
So that's 8 feet. Isn't that crazy? So that's how, if we fed Emma as much as she wanted to eat, she could get that big. And then let's see, and then end up being almost 1,200 pounds. That is definitely Hogzilla. Now look, and then 4 feet high. 4 feet, oh my gosh, that's 4 feet. Can you imagine a pig that big? I can almost guarantee you I would not be standing in here anymore if I had
Perspective?
Yeah, oh, and this is, yeah. For perspective, we're gonna take the little Emma doll here. She's actually never seen this, but we had these made, these little Emma dolls. We've never seen Emma meet the Emma doll. We're gonna see what she thinks. Can you come on in closer? We're gonna do this introduction. She's never seen herself in stuffed animal form. Can you come around a little bit more like this for me? All right. I don't anticipate much of a reaction. Nose to nose. Emma, what do you think? Can you bother to open your eyes? Can you just say hi to the little you? Maybe we'll just leave her right here. Now this is what Emma does most of her days. Yeah, you're a good girl, Emma. She likes getting her ears scratched, but when she does, she ends up shaking her head. I think it tickles at the same time.
She looks like she's smiling.
Doesn't she? All right, we're gonna do some questions here soon.
Should we feed her?
Yeah, let's feed her. Let's do the feeding.
All right.
Oh, we gotta watch out here. I better take this back from you guys for a sec here. Hold on, we're gonna do the feeding. Now things can get a little crazy during feeding time, so everybody, look at everybody running away. There's I know and Sandra running out of here. Smart move. Actually, you know what? Can you open that gate over there? Can you do the feeding over here?
Yeah. Normally we keep the feeding in 2 separate buckets, but it's combined just in case. So
Just open it just in case we have to move out of the way. Okay, watch out.
You're ready. Yes, we're very ready. So this is a barley, pea, flaxseed, minerals, and other vitamins. That's kind of the basis of the grain.
All right. Oh, see, Queen Emma just kicked Bella out of her feeding area. Now Bella's going to finish Emma's food. There's not a whole lot of sense to this. Does anyone want to guess how old Emma is? How old is Miss Emma? She is 9. If you said 9, you were right.
She'll be 10 on June 13th.
And she'll be 10 on June 13th.
Yes.
What are you going to get her?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Maybe like a whole entire basket of apples.
A whole basket of apples. I guarantee. And after we do that, Emma will not be able to walk. She gets the swollen ankles from the apples.
I'll let her have 1 hour access to the garden.
All right, we're going to take audience questions. If you guys have any questions for us about Emma, the pigs, happy to take those now. And then we're going to do the quiz. And then after that, we're going to do the extra credit. Let's see, we have some questions?
Yeah,
Does Emma still have babies? That's a question. We are no longer breeding Emma. So Emma is now free and clear from the responsibility of being a mom.
She's retired.
She is fully retired, and she spends most of her time in this pasture right here. She has access to this pasture. You can see Molly down there doing some catching up.
My shoes are 50% off, so I'm looking.
Molly's shoes are 50%. Jesus. Okay. All right. How long can pigs live is another question. About 12 to 14 years, especially if you take care of them. A pig that's in confinement would probably not live that long. And by confinement, a lot of pigs are raised inside of buildings on cement floors, and they don't get to be the piggy version of themselves. Pigs are happiest when they're out here. Oh, and what's Emma's favorite food? I think some people might know that. Charlie, do you want to guess what Emma's favorite food is?
I would say probably her grain, apples, carrots. What else?
I would say apples, period. End of story, right? Top of the... Now, will Bella have babies? Have we bred Bella? We bred her this year, right?
We did. Bella has 5 piglets right now that are over in circus pasture.
And how long are we keeping the piglets with their moms?
So we keep the piglets with their moms for 2 months.
About 2 months.
We wean.
And then things start to get a little crazy because you start to see Emma flipping the babies, or Bella, and then they'll start flipping their babies over the fences. They're not really happy competing with the food of these grown babies.
Yeah.
Can Emma handle cold weather? Yes, as long as they have access to food, they can handle colder weather. And you can see with this heritage breed, the red wattle, they have like a lot of, well, it's sort of like fur, but it's really wiry. It's like, it almost, listen to this. Can you hear that noise? It's like almost like a brush, almost like broom straw or something. It's not soft, but that does keep her warm, and she'll lose that coat in the summertime. The grain that we feed them is a soy-free, GMO-free grain ration for hog feed.
Barley,
So yeah, it's Modesto milling, barley, flaxseed, peas, Charlie's saying. It's a nice mix, and we really try to make sure that they have access. And we also feed them dried grass, which is called hay. Do we have some of that? You can see it actually right here. We always make sure they have access to some dry grass in the form of hay. But then, them being out there on that pasture is the best thing. Can you make your best Emma the pig noise? What does a pig say? That was pretty good.
What do you want to say to all the kids that are watching?
Hi, that's all.
You want to make your best piggy noise?
Bodie just walked the entire perimeter.
No,
of
I
this.
didn't.
You didn't?
I was like, oh, I want to say hi. Then I just went.
Oh, he stopped because he wanted to say hi, but he was walking it like a guardian dog.
Is Emma friends?
Oh, is Emma friends with other animals? Yes. That's another question that came in. Emma is friends. I see her out here hanging out with guinea hens from time to time. We haven't put any sheep in with her yet, but I'm sure she would end up making friends. Oh, and George the egret. We'll have to show some video of that sometime. George the egret comes and visits, comes and eats gophers out of this pasture. All right, now we're gonna do our quiz while we're watching these fine ladies eat. We're gonna do our quiz. Are you guys ready for this? It's a 5-question quiz. The first question is, what is a pig's role in the ecosystem here on our farm? What is a pig's role on our farm's ecosystem? All right, if you typed in turning soil, right, or rooting up invasive grasses, then you are correct. All right, number 2, why do pigs like to make wallows? Why do pigs like to make wallows? Because they can't sweat. If you said because they can't sweat and it cools them off, then you were correct. Number 3, how do pigs communicate? And how does Charlie communicate to the pigs? All right, if you said snorting, then you were correct. And what is the natural diet? Number 4, what is the natural diet of pigs? Right? If lambs and sheep, right? If sheep are herbivores, whoop, Emma's coming over for more food. The answer, if you said omnivore, then you are correct. And now here's the last question of our quiz. What breed of pig is Emma? It's a special heritage breed. What breed of pig is she? I'll give you a hint if you don't remember. What are those little things right there? Red wattle. If you said red wattle, then you are correct. All right, and then we have extra credit this week. All right, extra credit. Are you ready for this? This is going to be really exciting. This is a chance for you to do something at home. Draw a picture of the perfect pig habitat, and I expect parents to also submit their own extra credit artwork here. Include in that picture the kind of food that a pig eats, things that they need to be happy and healthy, and share it with your teacher and or a parent. And then we'd love to have you send it to us, and you can just you could have your mom or dad direct message, DM the photo to Apricot Lane Farms Instagram account. If it's on Facebook, you could also probably send it to us there through Messenger. And we'll highlight a few of some of the best pictures next week. Yeah, I think now does anyone have any opinions about what we should do next? Next week, yeah, like we need some opinions. We're gonna have to wait because there is a delay, so we're gonna wait. We're just gonna enjoy Bella eating some of the hay. Maybe chickens, maybe compost. Yeah, okay. And then, and so just while we're waiting for some people to make some suggestions, this is how to watch a replay of this live stream. Gardening techniques was a suggestion.
Cows.
Oh, guardian dogs is a good one. Cows is a good one. What else? Orchards, that would be a good one. I think we also want to do one about hawks and birds. We can actually see some demonstrations from Farmer Trevor, some of his pet hawks. Yeah? Bees, that would be a great one. Look, she just loves that. So, look, even pigs eat greens. Eat your greens. This has been fun, guys. Barn owls, that's another great one. I just want to thank my team here. We've got Sandra, who helps put these together. I Noah, of course, Miss Charlie, Farmer Charlie, and then Molly and Bodie. Thanks for coming out. Guys. We really enjoyed being able to do this. If you guys have any other suggestions for us, please don't hesitate to send them our way. Tell your friends, tell your homeschool programs, and we'd love to be able to continue to do these for as long as we're all trapped inside. Thanks for joining us, and we'll hopefully see you guys again next week. Fridays at 10 o'clock Pacific time. We do the live stream from the farm, deep dives into these types of things, and then Molly's doing cooking, just little cooking classes that we do every Thursday at 10 o'clock Pacific time from Molly's Kitchen. What did we do last week? What did we do?
Last week we did the coconut lemon fudge, and this week I think we're gonna do a healing soup with some dandelion tea to keep us strong for the coronavirus.
Shameless plug.
Oh, no, shameless plugs, yes. And if we're gonna do a live reading of the Saving Emma the Pig book, and we actually have these for sale on our website at apricotlanefarms.com. This is a shameless plug. Also, of course, you could have your own Emma in your house. Now look, this Emma will not get to 8 feet or 1,200 pounds, I can promise you that, but she does like apples. And I'd love to be able to do a live reading with everyone. I think that would be really fun. But yeah, you can get that at apricotlanefarms.com /store or something. /shop. This is not my role. Okay, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your patience with our sort of haphazard way that which we put these together, but it's a lot of fun for us. It's keeping us busy, And we love you guys, and thanks for all the support. Bye-bye.